for that.
Okay, well, okay, Sonny, you have a different issue with folks. So what's your issue?
Well, I actually, I do have a different issue. I have a different, the issue I have is about Jared Kushner being involved in terms of the response here. But to Joy and Megan's point, I do think that Anthony Fauci should testify because he has been in the front lines. He is the infectious disease expert. And what we do know is that China at least told the world about this new disease December 31st, 2019, and they sent the genetic map of the virus January 7th. To the world. And so at least that early, we knew the genetic makeup of this virus, and Dr. Fauci had that information. Why then did it take 70 days for this administration to act? And I think Dr. Fauci is a very good person to testify before Congress as to why so many Americans had to die. So I would like to hear from him about the response. I also would like to hear from Jared Kushner, because my understanding is that Jared Kushner apparently tried to crowdsource information to learn how to deal with this virus, as opposed to turning to an expert like Dr. Fauci. My understanding is that he turned to his sister-in-law, Carly Klaus's father, Dr. Klaus, who then turned to a Facebook group of doctors to sort of find out how the White House should respond to the virus. And so that is very interesting to me, that he had to crowdsource information instead of turning to the experts. That's what the Trump administration was doing. I think Congress should investigate something like that, don't you?
Okay. Well, one of the things that I have a problem with... Wait. Yeah, let me just... I'm going to put my little 2 cents... Yeah, put my 2 cents in. You know, I think if this administration... Yeah, I will... Yeah, we'll be right back.
Still ahead, Texas justice? The Della Salon owner who's defying stay-at-home orders to get back to business as usual.
I have to disagree with you, sir, when you say that I'm selfish. To the world. And so at least that early, we knew the And what we do know is that China at least told the world about this new disease December 31st, 2019, and they sent the genetic map of the virus January 7th to the world. And so at least that early, we knew the genetic makeup of this virus, and Dr. Fauci had that. And what we do know is that China at least told the world about this new disease, to the world. And so at least that early, we knew the genetic makeup of this virus. And
Georgia, social distancing was hard to spot at this park in Atlanta. A similar concern in Texas, where beaches reopened Friday.
I have not seen a lot of use of masks, and there are certain areas and certain times of day and certain places where it doesn't seem like social distancing is even a thing.
This emergency field hospital in New York Central Park is set to start winding down later today. It'll stop taking new patients, but the stay-at-home order here in the city is still very much in effect. KPTR's NBC News, New York. Italy's lockdown is officially lifted today
In Michigan, and you see a big difference in the way these are being handled. Sonny, tell me what you're seeing.
You know, this bothered me so much over the weekend because I've enjoyed such close relationships with police officers and my family. When I was a prosecutor, I worked with them. And so to see protesters waving the American flag, stepping on the American flag, and also like spewing and spitting in the faces of police officers without masks on was just incredible to me, because we heard all of this Blue Lives Matter stuff going on from people that were waving flags. We heard all this Blue Lives Matter stuff from people when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on. We heard respect the flag when Colin Kaepernick was silently kneeling in protest for the inequities that we see in our country of police officers without masks on.
Epidemiologic investigations are underway, but yes, it's certainly possible that there's limited human-to-human transmission. But yes, it's certainly possible that there's limited human-to-human transmission.
Right to our top story, the U.S. economy is in crisis. Nearly 3.2 million Americans filed for unemployment last week, bringing the total number of jobless claims to a staggering 33 million. The coronavirus has caused widespread economic pain, and in some cities, the regulations to keep everyone safe are leading to violent confrontations. Right here in New York, police officers trying to enforce social distancing guidelines are now facing off with the public. Three officers struggle to arrest a man in Brooklyn, New York. One cop punches him in the face. What you doing? Another pulls out his baton.
Back up. Back up.
When the residents don't back up, the officer moves in.
You want to go to the front? For what? What are we doing? We're not nobody.
In another incident, an officer uses pepper spray to break up a large crowd. An angry confrontation ensues with a different officer, and a young woman is slammed to the ground. In this video, officers try to put a 32-year-old man in handcuffs. When another male charges in, an officer smacks him in the head, then flips him over onto the pavement. And we recently showed you this brutal takedown of a bystander in Manhattan.
He didn't even do nothing, look.
NYPD officers exclusively tell Daily Mail TV that vicious fights are leading to a greater public distrust of the police. All the hard work we've been doing with community policing is being thrown away now with this social distancing initiative. The crackdowns have also sparked criticism. Representative Hakeem Jeffries tweeted, "Why are sunbathers who violate social distancing guidelines treated one way and young men in certain communities another?" NYPD is investigating the encounters, and officials stress some of the individuals were violently resisting arrest. The head of the police labor union says that NYPD officers should not be the ones enforcing social distancing. He says the rules are vague and leave officers to fend for themselves. All right, next, the mother of Ahmaud Arbery, the unarmed man who was shot dead by two white men in Georgia, is now demanding justice for her son after video of his murder was released.
I don't think I'll ever be in a mental state where I can actually watch the video. I think that no arrest has been made basically because because of the title that he carried as a retired police officer. I think that they don't feel like that he was wrong because he was one of them.
Kayla Brantley joins us now for more on this story. Kayla, do the police know who they're searching for?
Yeah, Jesse, they actually do. Gregory and Trevor McMichael are father and son, and they came across Aubrey back on February 23rd while he was out for a jog. They proceeded to follow him in their pickup truck, believing he was a suspect in 2 recent burglaries in the area. In a video released this week, you can see Aubrey attempt to avoid them when 3 shots are heard. Aubrey's family attorney said in a statement, quote, "These men were vigilantes. They were performing a lynching in the middle of the day. Neither of the McMichaels have been arrested as of now, but the community is demanding answers."
And a demonstration is being planned to help raise awareness for Ahmaud Aubrey's death. Friday would also have been Aubrey's 26th birthday. This is such a sad story. We'll keep our eye on it. Kayla Brantley, thank you. Up next, the skeletal remains of an Ohio mother missing since 2018 have been found. Last year,